a little swip, a little swig. Ooh. Welcome to the Swig Cod Podcast.
Welcome to the Swig Podcast.
Welcome to Game and Swig. Ooh, those podcast listeners are loving that. Ooh.
Today on the Swig Podcast, we're going to talk about what we like to swig.
What we like to swig.
I personally like to swig, what's a drink that would, like, instantly kill you?
Kill you?
Yeah. Rat poison.
Yeah.
I like to swig rat poison.
Just don't swallow it, though. You just swig it around in your mouth.
Oh, no.
Right.
Swallow. Swallow immediately.
Do you spit or swallow? Comment below.
If you spit, you're a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Anyways, what are we talking about today, Aiden? Other than swigging.
Are we doing a real intro, or is this our intro?
This is our intro.
This is
Let's
our
not kid
intro.
Ourselves. We have 13 subscribers. Who the fuck can care?
Who fucking cares? Like and subscribe if you feel bad for us.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows?
And if you really feel bad for us, click that bell. Because apparently,
ring that bell
you don't
if
ring the bell.
You don't see our videos.
You don't see your videos.
Demonetized.
Demonetized, babies.
Shit's fine.
Cool. So, Dan and I have played a little bit of Octopath, and we felt like we wanted to talk about it because I think we're both different kind of gamers.
It's fucking great, though.
It's fucking great.
It's fucking great.
It is.
It's fucking cool game.
That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep. For all 13 of you,
Woo!
we'll see you in the next
Tell all
one.
your friends, people, or you're going to run us out of business.
Subscribe to our non-existent Patreon. Give us $1 a month. It's only $1.
We're so broke, I can't afford a Scotch drink for this podcast.
Oh, yeah, we're not drinking on this one. I'm not drinking in any
Well,
of
it's
them.
kind of like we're trying like new
'Cause-
formats for this show, so I think we're trying to review. If you guys like it,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have money to support drinking every fucking pocket. You kidding me?
and it's hard to get everybody in, especially when there's no money coming in. You're kind of like, it's hard to get all the whole Game and Scotch guys coming in. But
Yeah,
with
they're
this, we can
busy.
kind of like do different kind of formats, so we can keep to our one video a week kind of thing.
Exactly. So on this one, we're going to talk about Octopath.
Octopath Traveler for the Nintendo Switch.
It's pretty fucking good.
It is
honestly.
very good.
I mean, we both have like different, backgrounds when it comes to JRPGs and stuff.
100%.
So what have you played JRPG wise?
Oh my
and
God.
what have you enjoyed? What did you like? That kind of stuff.
I have to say, not the biggest JRPG fan.
Understandable.
But just like everything else, there's just a couple of those games that I totally get it and I'm in it. And,
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of them. I never grew up playing like those Final Fantasy games.
Yep.
I kind of played. I was just a big platformer growing up, and then it became shooters, and it became multiplayer games, and a lot of nowadays it's like indie stuff. But Octopath caught my interest. I actually wasn't interested till I started to see reviews and people responding to it.
Yeah, I remember we were having the discussion before it came out, and you were like, "Oh,
This game looks fucking
stupid."
What, 8-bit? What is this, 1980s?
What year is it? Oh, it's fucking
Oh
2018.
shit! Oh, sorry, I didn't check my clock.
Oh fuck! But yeah, no, you definitely seemed like you didn't have too much interest in it.
I didn't want to get hyped. You know what? Like, it's just like a lot of JRPGs. Like, I love the art style, I love the music, and then I get into them, and then just something happens that I just stop.
Okay,
Like that happened to me with
that's fair.
there's a lot of JRPGs that I'm trying to name one that I'm thinking I try to play. Like, you guys are gonna yell at me. I tried Bravely Default.
You didn't like Bravely Default?
I think maybe I need to take another crack at it, but I remember I booted up. I was like, I'm bored, and then
Damn.
moved on.
Interesting.
But like the games like Persona 5, like that kept my interest because I just loved the social stuff in that game,
Yeah.
and then going into that,
Persona 5 was oddly like super different for me from all the other Personas and stuff. Like in
Yeah.
terms of how accessible it was. Like
Right.
you generally could enjoy that game without having to get incredibly invested into it. But it almost made you want to, regardless of how much you like RPGs and stuff. Just because I don't know, it did the plot was really well done, and
Yeah.
like it really made you feel like a teen living in Japan.
Yeah.
It was kind of awesome.
No, it's super
in that
cool.
way.
And you kind of care about all your characters too. You're kind of like, I want to see this through. And
Yeah, for sure. It's hard not to beat that game. It's
No.
like that plot, it runs thick.
yeah.
It's good.
I have ADD. So once I get bored of a game,
add?
I dude, I got math bad, man.
It's so fucking bad.
It's so fucking
I'll
bad.
just be sitting here. 1 + 1 is 2.
Oh, shit, I added again, didn't I? So whenever I boot up a game, like especially JRPG, and I'm not immediately grasped,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I feel you on that.
Which is tough because a lot of JRPGs, you know, they kind of get going after 5 hours in.
Yes,
You know,
they're longer games, and
Yeah.
so the build-up is much longer than it would normally
yeah.
be.
Well, even like we talked about doing this, and it's just like, oh, at least we haven't finished the game.
Yeah,
at all. We're
this is
just
our
doing our first
first
impressions.
impressions.
And no, we're not going to spoil anything, even though we haven't really seen many spoilers.
Yeah.
We've kind of just like scratched the surface of the game. I'm probably like 15-20 hours in.
Yeah, I would say more there.
But even like discussing like how much time we should have before we have this talk, I was like, what the fuck? 15 hours? Are you crazy?
And that's not even like really cracking the surface. I think we've like
No.
maybe finished the first like chapter 1s
Chapter
and
1s,
stuff, and
that's
some
it.
chapter 2s.
And it's like, a lot of people at home are probably like 15 hours to do the chapter 1s. That's insane.
Yeah.
But like, you kind of get lost in the world. Like you kind of go into like, you can go into different parts that have, just like some side stuff to do. And
Yep.
you can help out civilians inside the towns and stuff. Like,
Oh, actually, you know what? That
Yeah.
was. Can we just talk about the special abilities that each character
Yeah,
has?
it's cool.
That shit is so fucking
Super cool.
I love the guide ability that Ophelia has.
yeah,
that shit's
Primrose has a
awesome.
similar one too.
Yeah, there's the steel one. Like,
yeah. Steel is my favorite.
Yeah,
it's so fucking cool.
when I got Therion at first, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I could literally just fucking rob everybody
Yeah.
in this town,
Yeah.
and nobody even bats an eye as long as I don't get caught 5 times."
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
5 times?
how
Are
the
you fucking kidding me?
It's like, fool me once,
Hey,
fool me twice, fool me 5 times.
That's
That's too much.
and after 5 times, that's harassment.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's harassment.
You're done. You're cut
Well,
off.
like, it's funny because you got a Therion, and then the like the mirror character that can like buy get stuff from people.
Yep.
Is the merchant girl, but
Yeah,
she buys
the
it. I'm like,
purchase.
why the fuck would I buy it if I can steal
I can
it?
just steal your shit
gonna
right
take
now,
it, dude.
I mean, I guess it would make sense probably like a later game when it gets really hard to steal shit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
like I've
assuming
run
so.
into a few like soul stones and stuff.
Yeah,
that
it's
are,
like 5%.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I'm like, I could do it. 5%.
Yoink.
There's like times where like I'll have like a 90% chance of stealing, and I'll still lose.
Dude, that happened.
I'm like,
Holy
what the fuck?
Yesterday, I almost lost my mind because it was an 80% chance one.
Yeah.
And I kept 3 times in a row, dude. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
What are the chances? Seriously.
How did I roll this badly?
Come on, ADD. What are the chances? The probabilities.
The RNG gods.
The
are
RNG
not
gods,
kind.
they are not kind. So we have, like we're not. This isn't a typical review of a
Yep.
game especially because we haven't finished it. So we wanted to kind of go through the different aspects of like a traditional review, like talk about the story, graphics, music, gameplay,
All the good shit.
like that.
All the good
so
shit.
I guess we're gonna jump into the story. What is your first impression of the story? Because we've only done like mostly
Yeah.
like all the chapter 1s. I think I did like 1 chapter 2. That was pretty much it.
So story-wise, for me so far, I haven't really gotten too invested into any of the characters,
Yeah.
honestly. And I found this is actually like one of the weaker parts for me, at least.
Right.
But then again, we haven't gotten extremely far, so this is kind of just our first initial thoughts about this story. They've basically only just like introduced every character when you go and you meet them and that sort of thing. And just that alone, it's like the cutscenes I've found to be really fucking boring sometimes. Like Ophelia's, for example, is like one of the worst ones I can think of.
What does she call him? Like
Fuck.
Emperor.
You're yeah.
Your enchantress. I forget.
What was it? Oh
He's
shit.
booting it up.
But yeah, it's
I'm the same. I think I got lucky because I picked Therion, and I think Therion's really fucking cool. Like I love his character power, and I love kind of like go find us the 5 dragon stones. I'm like, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm into that. And then but then you do like the other chapter 1s, and I ended up skipping them. Like I tried to like watch them all because like people are like, oh, the story's fucking incredible. Just watch them. And I got so bored because they're so like. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just so cookie cutter. So
yeah,
I've
it's
seen
very
that before.
cliche,
It's just like
and it's like borderline like just too long. A lot of
Yeah.
the fucking cutscenes,
a
like
lot of the talking is just like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
you're just sitting there pressing A for like fucking 20 minutes,
Yeah.
just kind of waiting for shit to move and like progress.
And
But,
some of the voice acting is pretty cringy too.
Yeah, but that's
Um,
honestly kind of just a thing with JRPGs. I find
That's
when they
okay.
try to take on voice acting, it ends up being that way. But you know what? It's not that too bad. There are moments. I think we were talking
Yeah, we
about
talked about
earlier.
this bit, too.
Is like there are moments that you're listening to it and it's not too bad. Like there's some good voice acting, but there's also some fucking bad voice acting. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's yeah, it's funny because in the demo, I started as what's her name, Harriet.
Oh, yeah,
the huntress.
The Huntress.
Yeah, and
What's
she
her
was like
name?
speaking like
Harriet
Shakespearean,
or
and I
something.
thought at first this is super cool. It's really interesting that they're writing in like Old English, and it just got annoying.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Where thou art, master?" And she's like, "He's gone. His dog's back. Thou art gambling." It's like,
Yeah, and then I've heard like that the translations they did for Japan are all fucked up. Because of
Really?
it, or something like that. Somebody was talking to me about it, and we're just like, yeah, it's fucked. Like,
oh my god.
but it's not terrible, like voice acting wise.
No, it's there's a lot worse. I think.
fuck,
Oh
yeah.
fuck.
You get used to it.
But Persona 5 just kicks ass. Man. Like,
It
I love the
does.
voice acting in that.
We're not talking about Persona
Okay.
5 though. We gotta talk
What's
about
happening with our E3 talk? Link below.
about
we just
talking about Smash for fucking
we were
30
like
minutes.
talking about E3 stuff, and we ended up talking about Smash for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
This is great stuff.
I guess let's get going with our review here. So, actually, no, we already. Let's talk about graphics.
Yeah, graphics. Fuck, this is probably the highlight of the whole thing, honestly.
It's what got me to buy it. I
Yeah,
think.
it is so fucking beautiful.
Super
And certain
cool.
areas like literally just blow you away. Like that snow
Oh, yeah.
area, before you go into Ophelia's place is
Holy
fucking
shit.
great.
And like the beast designs are so cool. Like,
Yeah,
there's some beasts
yeah.
I'm like, ew,
They're-
kill it.
Yeah,
like,
it's like holy
ew,
shit.
what the fuck?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of variation in the beasts, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Oh, totally.
Because yeah, there's a lot of games that like they all kind of just look the same. It fucking gets boring. But this one,
Especially like a lot of indie games kind of
Yeah.
have similar art styles. It's really refreshing to see a game that's like has like the 2D sprites with like a 3D space kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like,
And it really-
I know it's been done before, but like it's just like the way they add like the the filters in. So like when you're walking through the world, it's like you really like you feel like you're there. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of, especially in the snow levels, like it just feels.
They really nailed the feeling of
Yeah.
every single like area. Like when you're like, I guess that's kind of you'd have to go for something like that if you're making a game about fucking traveling.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting from one area to the next, and you actually feel like you're progressing a lot, even though you haven't moved too much because
Yeah.
random encounters and stuff. You really feel that like distance just because you're like, oh, I went from this wooded area and it had this type of music and this look and this feel, and now we're in a blizzard like
Right.
snowy area. It's definitely a huge jump sometimes, but I think it's one of the best things that they do. And then
Totally.
other than that, like graphics wise, the fucking 2D in a 3D space is super cool.
Yeah.
But tell me if you've experienced this. Is it hard sometimes for you to like find the path that you're supposed to be going down, or like you end up getting like kind of fucking disoriented with all the shit?
I find when I refer to the map and then
Okay.
look back, sometimes I'm like, is this the path I need to walk or
Yeah.
that one? But other than that, like,
'Cause I don't know.
are you
I'm-
talking about like graphics affecting?
Yeah, like
your-
I don't know. I might just be like retarded, but like I'm like just looking at like the like paths and stuff, and like sometimes I'll like get lost and like try to walk into an area that I'm not supposed to be walking towards, and I'm like, I don't know.
Honestly, I get what you're saying, but you might just suck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just
You
suck
just
at it.
suck. I don't know. I think I've gotten lost a couple times, but
Okay.
it hasn't really like clicked in my mind. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, but
I'm also playing on a pretty small TV, so that
Yeah.
could be it too.
yeah, I'm playing on this sucker over here.
Yeah, so that's a big bitch.
That's a big bitch.
Oh man. Oh look at that, it's games.
Oh wow, is that our logo?
fuck?
Wow,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We
Isn't
should
that
make a
great?
shirt out of that.
We should.
For all 13 of you.
13.
Thank you.
Please, God, help us. Cool. So let's move along. Music.
Yeah.
It's so important in an adventure game.
This music is
And
phenomenal.
it's great.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
My favorite that I mean, you hear it over and over. Battle music has to be good, like for
Mm-hmm.
a JRPG, because you're hearing that shit over and over and over again. And if it's some garbage, you want to fucking blow your brains out.
Music could ruin a game.
Definitely,
basically.
definitely. If it's
Um,
annoying, for sure.
Have you ever played? Did you play the Yoshi's Island games?
Yeah, I
Have
played.
you played Yoshi's New Island?
No, I haven't played.
So that's the one on the 3DS, and I swear to God, I stopped playing that game because the music is
really.
atrocious. Like, I don't like to listen to other music while I game. I like to listen to gaming music.
Yeah.
And it's just bombastic. It's like annoying. They're like it's like they have like these baby noises and stuff, like baby toys, and like and you're playing this game. You're like, what the fuck? fuck? Shut the fuck up.
Holy shit.
And the art's, yeah, I don't know what, we're not talking about Yoshi's New Island. But yeah, my point was that, like, you know, music can ruin a game. For sure.
For sure.
But this game, like, it's magical. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, it really carries you through the adventure.
It is like,
Very
and
cool.
it's grandiose. It's like
Yeah.
everything feels big and giant, and like you're you know going on like this adventure or whatever, and fucking like you just feel so important as this music's playing. I don't know. It's just like the game just has such a good feel about it.
Yeah.
Everything kind of works together in tangent.
Yeah, even if the
Is that a
story
word?
doesn't land, you're always like kind of interested in the environment and like progressing through, seeing new things.
Yeah.
Like you were saying Ophelia, but I really liked her dungeon, like fighting that like ice
the
golem
cave
at
was
the end.
great.
Yeah.
That cave was really great.
Even the boss at the end was fun. Like
Yeah.
the ice golem guy.
That is another thing. Like the bosses and shit are super good, and they definitely feel like a giant ass boss. Because like for the most part, you're just kind of grinding through,
Right.
you know, shitty monsters. It feels pretty easy for the most part, and then you get to the bosses, and like in comparison to other RPGs, they are still easy, but they still definitely feel like a huge jump from like the normal monsters and shit that you're fighting. So
Right.
it's definitely a good thing there. But yeah, music in general is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Super good. I haven't experienced one song that I've just like not wanted to fucking get up and just jam to, because it's great.
He just headbangs.
Yeah. Did you see? Do you
Finds
know
a couple- huh?
Sky, do you know who Sky Williams is?
Yeah.
Okay, he made a Twitter video the other day. It's fucking hilarious. He was like talking about the music and just like the whole game. And he was straight up like, he was like getting up and getting so hyped about the battle music.
Really?
It was fucking awesome. Yeah.
I found myself like humming the battle music.
Yeah.
Like
no.
like
It's
I
super
play
catchy.
late at night after work. I just go to bed and just like humming the battle music. And whenever my girlfriend and I have an argument, I really want to throw that on. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh shit.
Just hear the Pokemon.
Except you lose every time.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
For a topic for another time. Aiden is weak to burns.
Damn. Girls.
Girls. That's a big weakness.
One weakness.
My one weakness. Girls.
Oh shit.
So let's well, now we're talking about gameplay.
Gameplay.
So, okay. Me, not much a veteran of JRPGs.
Yeah.
You, however, have
I played
my
a lot of
understanding you've played a lot.
Moderate amount of RPGs.
Yeah. What would you say is like games you would like compare this to?
So, okay, in terms of like, it's very basic in terms of like the
Which is what I love.
the
Sorry.
mechanics and everything. Like it's fucking super basic compared to some of the shit that it can get like in depth with. Like I'm trying to think of like for example, like the Final Fantasy is known for like having their own special systems like materia and all that stuff. Whereas this one's like pretty cut and dry basic, like almost on the lines of like Dragon Quest and stuff, where it's just you've got skills, you level up your skills, and you fucking unlock new ones every time you get, you know, points that you can put in. And then that's where your character progresses. And then there's also jobs or whatever, and that's kind of expands it a little bit more.
Right.
But in general, it's pretty basic. But you know what? It's also like, it's kind of a good thing that they went basic with it, because I think a lot of new RPG players are going to get a really good experience out of it.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes hand in hand with just the fact that for the most part, the game is trying to just get you to almost relax and like not, you know, get fucking killed every 10 seconds.
Do you think
by some
that'll
shit.
upset some hardcore RPG fans? Like, do they think it's gonna be too easy for them to play?
I think like some really hardcore fans
Might
or
not
whatever
appreciate
might
it.
not appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but for the most part, like get over it. It's
I know.
it's not a game that's
And I'm
supposed
sure
to just
like
grind you
endgame
to the
stuff's gonna be
death.
hard.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh yeah, for
you just
sure.
have to
We're
get
also
there.
fairly early, so
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
super early.
I think
I haven't been
it'll get
stuck yet.
harder.
But that's what's I think what turns me off about JRPGs too is that when I don't fully understand how the battle system works, and that I don't feel like I'm optimizing my characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I lose, I get like really angry. I'm like, what am I not fucking
What
getting?
the fuck's I supposed
Yeah.
to do?
Like, you know, like this happens in Monster Hunter too. Like, I'll be playing with like my buddies, and then they're telling me about these like hidden numbers and like these hidden stuff you need to do to get those numbers.
Yeah.
hit. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck?
Now you
Hidden numbers?
now that I think about it, like there is actually some stuff I've run into in the game where you can like there are different like mechanics that you can take advantage of. Like for example, the Huntress has this one ability. It's like it's called leg trap or something like that.
Trap.
And
Okay.
essentially, what it does is it makes it so that you choose an enemy and that enemy attacks at the end of the turn.
Oh yeah.
But you can use that to your advantage in terms of like stun locking a boss. So if you use that and then you're able to stun him in that one turn, and then you use it again, like it's just a constant thing, or it's for 2 turns. So if you max it out or whatever,
It puts him at the end.
yeah,
for 2
it can
turns.
just stun lock his ass. Like he will never attack,
Right.
as long as you can just keep him getting stunned.
Right.
So like in a big battle like that, it's super useful. So like mechanics like that, it still has. So it's not terribly disappointing where it's just you're fucking attacking like basic attacks all the time. And then at the same time, there's also like the breaking stuff, which is kind of interesting.
I guess people who haven't played that game, should we explain how the breaking works?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So like basically you have your attacks, and you can every turn you get a star that you can attribute to attacking or leveling up an attack.
Either it's damage or the amount of times you hit.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So for example, if you have like a monster that has like 4 shields or whatever, and you want to break through that shield by using what they're weak to, you can times 4 your attack, and it will hit them 4 times and break their shield. So
But it's like if you use a break, like I don't know what they call it, like if you boost your character up, you
Yeah.
won't get that star the next turn.
Exactly,
So there's
yeah.
some strategy with like when to use the
yeah,
those
there's like a
stars.
huge like min max
Yeah.
stuff that you have to do, like in,
Yeah.
in terms of like how many turns you can kill something based off of taking advantage of that mechanic. But yeah,
It's cool.
It is definitely, it's not the most basic RPG you can get, but it's definitely not super complicated. Like it's welcoming to new players for sure, and it does a good job of walking you through how everything works.
Yeah.
too.
No,
it
it's really
wasn't.
well done.
It didn't super drop you in the middle of shit and just be like fuck you.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
I've never. Yeah, either it hasn't happened yet, or I just feel like it's not handholdy.
Yeah.
Where to the point where it's like, okay, let me do my shit now.
Yeah.
Because that's what people were complaining about with Persona 5. Like it felt very like
It's a lot of tutorials.
a lot of tutorials, like lots to teach you.
Yeah.
And people get mad at that. Like I think I almost call it Bravely Default. Octopath Traveler, like teaches you but doesn't like drown you with menus and like
No, there's
telling
not
you,
a lot of menus.
because I find when there's a lot of reading, especially if it's telling you like how to do stuff, I find like I skip it all and
Yeah.
then I go into the battle and I get mad because I'm like, I don't know how to fucking do that.
That's that ADD. Right?
It's my AD. It's one and then I add. It's
I
a
start
whole thing.
adding numbers. It's
Oh
fucked.
God, shit.
But yeah, it's
So-
it's not too bad.
No,
I
it's
think
not too bad at
pretty
all.
good.
And like, being 15, 20 hours in, like I walked into an area and there's like this huge field, reminding me of like Hyrule, Hyrule Field, and that's when it felt like this game is pretty open world.
Yeah.
It's like I can go where the fuck I want.
It's great.
It's cool.
No, I liked that. It actually surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be very open worldy, but it's pretty open worldy. Like you can go,
Nice.
wherever you want. It doesn't matter basically, how you want to progress the story. You can go to each character in different, like if you wanted to go to a certain character and pick them up before another one, you have total freedom to do
Yeah.
that. And it's kind of like almost reminds me of like the Zelda, like the 2D Zeldas where you like choose the dungeons that you want to go and do. It was very it kind of felt like that, and I was like, this is kind of dope. I'm
Yeah.
really happy about it. But
They let you go
Yeah.
right away too.
and even like side quests, side quests you can pick up, but you won't have the character to do it, and you have to go back to it. And at the same time, it also doesn't really tell you how to do the side quest. It's not like it necessarily like gives you a marker on the map where it's like you have to go there and do this thing.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
Literally makes you figure it out.
Like there was one side quest, and it was like this guy keeps proposing to me, but he's such a little bitch. And so I walked up to him, and I was talking to him, and I was just like, "You're a little bitch. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna fuck you up." And then I look at his like status. He's got like he's pretty strong.
Oh shit.
So I was I forget what his name is, the knight guy. And so I started fighting him, and he beats me, and I thought I lost, but that's actually what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to lose to him. And then
Really?
the girl's like, "Oh my god, he's so strong."
Fuck.
Spoilers, but that's how you do it.
Well,
but
now I know how to beat that one.
yeah, that was like an accidental. I fucked up. I thought I was like sitting there like I fucked up, and then
Damn.
and then I was like, no, I didn't fuck up. I did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which I thought was neat.
Yeah.
So we don't want this video to be too long, so I think we'll end it there. Maybe
Yeah.
give our we're gonna obviously keep playing it.
Yep.
Maybe if you guys
We'll come back,
like
maybe say
this,
some more
we
shit
can
about
come
it.
back and do our final reviews. Maybe.
For sure.
I know we're a little late to the game, even with our early impressions.
Yeah.
Game's been out for like a week now.
Fucking week.
But yeah, and if you guys like this format, let us know in the comments below. Tell your friends because we are very new, and I just want more people to see this. because this is pretty cool. I think we're doing some cool stuff here. It's getting better and better. Our first episode sucked dick, but we're getting better and better.
First episode.
Yeah,
it's a real.
We got a real logo now.
Good piece of content.
Good
right
piece
there.
of content. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Zavenya,